Apparently they only date white men. Let's see why.
I've seen so many black women that say they want thugs, they want the gangster type, they feel protected. I've seen men give them STDs and they're still banging on his door like, I love you. I'm like, who's really the fool here, you know?
But are thugs the only ones that are giving out STDs?
Yeah, about to say, gang, like, it sounds really like, you know, like generalized. Like other people can't give out STDs too.
We're saying, and I have to, majority. Oh, you're talking to a public health background right now. Let me.
I say majority, hell nah. I say I went to college. I can tell you that's 100% fucking false.
Step forward if you agree with the prompt.
Let's go back a little bit.
Date I prefer to date outside my race. Step forward if you agree with the prompt.
Prefer to date outside?
Realistically, I would
lock them up.
definitely want to marry a black man. I know that we've experienced a lot of trauma in our community, and I think that trauma stems back from our colonizers, which have put us against each other, and it makes it difficult for us to come together and
Nigga, what the fuck is she talking about, bro? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, how does something that happened 500 years ago make it difficult for you to like yourself? I mean, I can understand if you want to say, like, all right, it's difficult to, like, you know, get a job or have, like, upward mobility or that kind of thing, right? But, I mean, what the fuck? How the fuck does slavery, like, make you not like your significant other? Weren't black marriages up during the Jim Crow era? But I digress.
healthy in a relationship, if that makes sense.
For me personally, growing up mixed, just because I did grow up more so with my mom on the white side of my family, just when it came to dating experiences with black men, if anything, they would always tell me, oh, you're really white, or just really racial comments about how I'm mixed that makes me uncomfortable. Like, at the end of the day, I'm black. Right. I understand that I grew up predominantly on the white side of my family, but people don't see me on the street and think that's a white woman. Like,
right. They're gonna look at you as a black woman.
Yeah, I'm a black woman.
And you're gonna go through the experiences that a black woman go through.
Yes, versus always bringing up that I have a white mama or I act a certain way because I grew up white. It's just, I'm me. I grew up how I grew up. And so if I am gonna be in a relationship with a black man, I would like him to just not bring that up. But in my experience, that's been a constant conversation topic.
That does suck, and a lot of guys are like that, but not all of them. And I hate that the experience of men that she's been with creates this image for her when it's not that. It's not that at all. Like, come on.
Can the disagreeer step forward now?
My mom, she was adopted by a white family, and she's also half white. Okay. And my parents were divorced after a while, and so I spent a lot of time with her, and we did things that were white. Like, I was in Boy Scouts, and we camped, and we did all these different things that just weren't quote unquote black. I was reminded that I talked like a white boy all the time. And you know,
I'm not gonna lie, I could kind of relate a little bit. People be like, they be saying like I talk white and stuff, but it doesn't make me want to go date white people. Like, what the fuck? Not that there's nothing wrong with it, but preferring to do that first, I'm sorry, but that's kind of crazy.
So those sort of things, they can add strain. Is that me saying I wouldn't date a black girl? Of course not. Like, yeah. You know, of course I try to. I date anybody, but I just think in practice, you know, for whatever reason, circumstantially, it doesn't always happen all the time.
I grew up in a very white area as well, but I found that when I started dating, even though it was only white girls surrounding me, they didn't understand my identity. So I was just going to ask, like, did you, or have you found that even though you were in those white situations, did you feel understood by the white women you were dating, or misunderstood?
There's no way. There's no way.
I don't.
Are there things that you would express, maybe like politically or identity-wise, that they might be like, I don't really understand that?
I think it's hard for other races to completely understand what it's like being black and that experience. That's not to say that they can't be empathetic and sympathetic and understand and listen to you and learn things, but fundamentally, I just think a black woman is going to have a different perspective.
So I'm from St. Louis. I'm not from California. I'm not from LA. So I'm from a predominantly black area. Okay. And so growing up, there was only one white person in my class. And so I've only been exposed to our community. And to both of you all's points, my mom is black.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
My family is predominantly black. So
I grew up in a black neighborhood, but I went to a white school.
I've been around the black man my entire life. I have so much respect for the black man to where hearing the prompt say, I prefer to date outside my race, it kind of makes me think now, because I've never been exposed truly to the opposite end in such a depth way to where I can look at another man from a different race and say, I wouldn't want to date you over a black man when I have had solely my experiences with him, good and bad. So whether I had that bad experience, it doesn't make me say, okay, I don't think I want to date black men anymore. I want to go and date a white man. They're going to treat me better. I feel like as a man, you all should be.
Yeah, you can't say that. You can't be saying that like, oh, I have bad experience with this race, so I'm going to go to this other race because they're all good. Like, you see the danger of generalizations?
It's a species in itself. And you all have very intense ways of thinking. And
I can go both ways.
Yeah, so, true. So I don't think that it has too much to do with race in itself. We have to take a deeper dive into men.
Do you think sometimes that women or black women, since we're talking to black women, can sort of superimpose what they believe a black man should be?
I mean,
Sure. I have to say sure, but
yeah, I mean, but I feel like that's nothing new or crazy, you know? I feel like other races do that too. It's just women in general. They just try to turn you into something, I guess.
I think it honestly just depends. I think this will totally get off topic if you really want me to dive deeper into it. Truthfully, because I know that as a black woman, you can see there's black men who are excelling. There's black men who treat their women right. There's black men who honor and respect black women. And then you have black men who, although you all didn't step forward, would say, I don't want a black woman. I watch my mom struggle. I don't like black hair. I don't like black women's attitude. I don't like how they speak. I don't like how they don't respect men. I don't like the fact that they are not subservient enough for me.
Yeah.
Hope none of my niggas are like this, because black women are great. And I'm not pandering. I'm just, I'm just dead serious, bro. I mean, you do got the crazy ones, but, you gotta love yourself, right?
So I do believe that we're on the totem pole. We want.
Is that a problem?
Which one?
The black man that doesn't like any of the things that you just mentioned.
It's not a problem. I think it's a preference thing. I think that we've been dating the wrong people. You see that this woman is very loud and strong-willed. You know that you don't like that. Don't date her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Because I come from a similar background with you two. I grew up in Memphis, and I'm from Chicago. And most women down there, and most women in the South generally are masculine.
Really?
A little too rough on the guy,
In the South?
Can you explain what
Yeah, I feel it. I feel what he's saying. Shout out my Southern woman, you feel me? But y'all will beat a nigga up if it comes down to it. And I don't know.
Like, I just want to know
Like-
specifically kind of what you mean.
like instead of saying like nice hi, they're like what's up my guy.
Okay.
It just seems a little more. It makes sense because it's a little more dangerous. So it's like their defense, based on the prompt. Like I disagree because I don't date based off race. I date based off who I attract, and I generally attract women outside of black women because of my characteristics, the way I live.
I prefer black
I
women.
prefer who I attract. Okay, I get what he's trying to say, but at the same time, I feel like that's like a low vibrational mentality, right? Oh, I'm just gonna get what I can get, just whatever comes to me. Like, no, nigga, you have to go take it. Like, you have to go for what you want, see something that you want and be like, I want that, and get it. No, just whatever comes to me, I'll just pick from that. I know, bro. I don't like that mentality either.
I attract a lot of black women, but I'm open to dating all types of women. I have even in the past. But when I do date black women, I definitely date a specific type of black women, not the representation that we have on the East Coast. That statue, are you guys familiar with that by any chance? I find
That was in New York?
Yeah, is it in New York?
I think so, in Times Square of the black lady.
I don't date, everyone knows that black woman. I find it that they can be very, it's almost like they try to be the man in the relationship. And there can only be one man in the relationship. And when it comes to relationships, the man is always going to take the path of least resistance. And so, I usually date black women, but it wouldn't be that particular kind.
When you say that particular kind, because that was just a statue, can you go?
Well, but it's a representation, right? It's
But it was just like we have an image here, and this is the image, and you look at it. You don't know this woman. You've never had a conversation with this woman. You don't
See, I
know
would say
who
that I
she
do know
is.
that woman.
From the looks of her.
Yeah, I would say that I know
So
exactly
are we
who that
saying
woman
because, let's go into it. Are we saying because she's a
Health-wise.
dark skinned, heavy set?
Yeah, I don't know about all that, guys. You guys are kind of wilding at this point. You got to calm the fuck down. Like, you can't just be judging people off strength like that.
Black woman? Is that what you guys getting at? Because we only have a visualization of who she is.
Yeah, that's the representation.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
I wouldn't date that particular kind of woman.
Gotcha.
Stereotypes
And then when you
come
start
into play.
talking about weight and stuff in the black community, it can be really sensitive for the women. but that does play into attraction.
That needs to be a conversation that we need to have, though.
We always have it, and they don't want to hear it.
Exactly.
Like Lizzo, body positivity.
Right.
I mean, she's
Try telling a black woman about her
Accountability is what I noticed.
Yes, I agree. Accountability, major accountability.
Yeah.
You said you date people. I think that's really important that he said that. Because at the end of the day, like we can talk about who our preferences are, whatever. You can only date who wants to date you. At the end of the day, which is why I asked the question about superimposing what you think a black man should be onto a black person. I feel like a lot of the qualities I bring to the table, other races seem to appreciate and value a little bit more.
What qualities
Like what? Like what, bro?
are they?
Yeah, what quality?
Okay, so I've heard a bunch of times growing up, like, oh, like I want like a thug, for instance, and I understand like that's stereotypical.
It's major and
It is
Not
major.
a thug, bro. Like when we be speaking in code, I feel like when they say thug, they don't mean like an actual thug. They just mean someone who's like not afraid to get dangerous. You feel me? Someone who's not afraid to up it, right?
In California now,
Just
okay,
need-
like
yeah,
it's like I guess I kind of understand what some of the appeal of that might be, I suppose, but at the same time, like if we're trying to like build a healthy community, why are we prioritizing that?
That bores
for
a
some
lot. That
groups?
bores a lot of women in the black community.
But that's my
When you
point.
start
like,
talking
yeah.
about positive things and stuff like that, they want somebody that's going to be destructive generally.
I disagree.
I don't see
Yeah.
that at all.
I
I've seen.
I disagree. I'm not gonna lie. I disagree. They don't want someone that's destructive. I think the thug thing, like I said, is just protection. Like they just want someone who's gonna protect them. Literally, just get a gun and just keep it in your car, and she'll feel like you're a thug.
Only black women that say they want thugs, they want the gangster type, they feel protected. So much so
You gotta
to the point
have a
where-
gun.
Yeah, they like the emotional highs and lows is like sex in and of itself to her. I've seen women like this where I've seen men give them STDs and they're still banging on his door like I love you. I'm like, who's really the fool here? You know?
Oh.
But are
So-
thugs the only ones that are giving out STDs? Is that what we're saying? And
Majority.
I have to majority.
Majority.
Oh, you're talking to a public health background right now. Let me
bad,
let
my
me.
Exactly. I'm about to say, nigga, it's dumb as fuck.
Not thugs. There is no line that says I'm a thug. There are white men, black men, Puerto Rican men, I'm sorry, Hispanic, and in general, there's no percentage that says only thugs are giving the most STDs out. I'll tell you one thing, black women, heterosexual black women are the most high at risk for HIV right now, and it's not just from black men. It's from all men. That's why I want us to really dive deep into that. And then you're speaking of a community saying they only want thugs. I think education
Mostly.
plays a major role in that, because if you're an educated woman, I'm an educated black woman from the trenches. Have you all heard that term? The
we
trenches.
wouldn't be talking to you then.
No, no, no,
You'd
no.
be the archetype.
No, no,
but there
of
is a
course.
large majority of black women.
Like
that-
where are the studies
Yes.
coming from?
Where are the studies coming from? The numbers. The
Nigga, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, not where the numbers coming from. That's such a dumbass question. Where do you think they're coming from, son?
Like specific
Local-
city, state?
nationally. Nationally.
Can I just say something? I think we also need to look at what you said earlier, our environment. Why are we being quote unquote hostile? Why do we have these masculine features? It's because we're put into these situations where we have to be a certain way or evoke certain characteristics. And although like certain things are
I mean, to be honest, I don't know how much I can agree with that, because other races have been through a lot too, and they can just easily say, yeah, we've been through a lot, so that's why our women act like bitches. Like, you feel me? I don't like that excuse. I don't know why a lot of these black women are like aggressive as fuck right now, but I don't think it's just because black people have been through a lot. I really don't. I think is it social programming? I don't know. That'd be a good video to like break down. Like, where is this shit coming from? Because I don't think that doesn't even sound right.
trade online heavily, you know, like, oh, black women want to be like sexy red, black women want to be sexualized. So kind of something that we should all look at is taking assumptions out of the window, because there are a lot of assumptions being brought up. So like, who are you talking to right now? You're not talking to a heavy representation. Obviously, you're speaking with people who are heavily educated right now. So kind of consider that and notice that, you know, you're not always going to find a black woman that is ghetto. You could also find a very smart black woman. You know, you're not always going to find a smart white girl.
Really? All black women aren't ghetto? I didn't know that. No, it's just a joke. Just a joke. Calm down, guys. Just kidding.
You could find a very ghetto white girl. And stereotypes are very important in conversations like this because we need to throw them out the window.
Black men are intimidated.
Yeah, that was hard as fuck to watch. Date outside your race if you want to.